It was the most luxurious ship the world had ever seen, a floating palace that has never been seen before. It was the dream of thousands to experience the beauty of this ship. And then, in the icy waters of the North Atlantic, it disappeared. For over 70 years, the Titanic lay hidden beneath the waves, undisturbed, unreachable, and unseen. People knew where it went down roughly, but no one could find it, not even billionaires, governments, or explorers. Why? Why did one of the most infamous shipwrecks in human history vanish from our reach for so long? The answer lies in a story filled with failed expeditions, Cold War espionage, and one man's race against time to find a ghost in the deep. On the night of April 14, 1912, under a clear sky, the RMS Titanic struck an iceberg during its very first journey. Within hours, the so-called unsinkable ship broke into two pieces. It vanished beneath the freezing Atlantic, taking over 1,500 lives with it. But even as the ship slipped into darkness, it was not silent. From the Marconi wireless room, Titanic's operators sent out desperate CQD and SOS signals. "Come quickly, distress! We have struck an iceberg." The last message was chillingly calm. "It's CQD, old man." These Morse code messages were picked up by the RMS Carpathia, which raced through the night to rescue the few survivors adrift in lifeboats. The signals also gave searchers something else: a rough coordinate and an estimated location where the ship had gone down. But it wasn't enough. In 1912, there was no GPS, no satellite imaging, and certainly no submersibles capable of diving 2.5 miles below the ocean's surface. The Titanic didn't just sink, it vanished into one of the least accessible parts of our planet. For decades, that location remained a mystery, marked only by loss and curiosity. As the decades passed, fascination with the Titanic only grew. Books, films, and documentaries fueled public imagination. But one question remained unanswered beneath all the stories. Where was the wreck? In 1953, over 40 years after the tragedy, the first serious expedition set out to find it. The man leading the effort was Risdon Beasley, a British entrepreneur who believed he could use underwater sound waves to locate the ship. His plan? Detonate small underwater explosions and measure the echo patterns using sonar. It sounds primitive today, but at that time, it was a cutting-edge technology. Unfortunately, the sea didn't cooperate. The ocean floor in that part of the Atlantic is a vast, rugged landscape, dark, cold, and miles deep. The signals bounced unpredictably, and the data was inconclusive. Beasley found nothing. Years passed. Technology evolved, but the Titanic remained elusive. The problem wasn't just depth, it was a distortion. The Titanic broke in two as it sank, scattering debris across miles of the seabed. Most searchers assumed it went down in one piece, looking in the wrong place and for the wrong shape. The Atlantic had swallowed the Titanic whole, and for now, it wasn't giving it back. Enter Jack Grimm, an eccentric billionaire with a fascination for the unexplained. Grimm was known for chasing legends such as Noah's Ark, the Loch Ness Monster, and even the Hollow Earth theory. When traditional methods failed to find the Titanic, Grimm decided to throw money and a bit of the bizarre at the problem. He made a significant donation to Columbia University in exchange for access to their oceanographic equipment. But what caught people's attention was his unusual companion, a monkey named Titan. Grimm believed Titan had a mysterious ability to point out lost treasures on maps. The monkey was brought aboard the expedition ship, and chaos quickly followed. Scientists were divided, with some amused and others alarmed. Eventually, it was either Titan or the team, and Titan was sent home. Despite advanced equipment and a team of experts, the expedition lasted 3 weeks and found absolutely nothing. Sometimes, even millions can't buy answers from the deep. While billionaires chased legends, Robert Ballard, a marine geologist, quietly prepared for what would become the most successful Titanic search in history. But Ballard's journey wasn't just about a famous shipwreck. It was also a secret mission for the US Navy. In the 1970s, two American nuclear submarines, the Thresher and the Scorpion, had mysteriously sunk in the Atlantic. Ballard was enlisted to find them using cutting-edge technology, including an unmanned submersible called Argo, equipped with sonar and cameras. Ballard's life was split between two worlds, a dedicated researcher and a Navy intelligence officer. His deal was simple. If he found the lost submarines, he could spend time searching for the Titanic. When the submarines were located, Ballard had just 12 days left to find the Titanic. This shipwreck had become a legend whispered by the sea. Armed with Argo, he wasn't just searching for the ship itself. He was following a trail of debris that could lead him to the Titanic's final resting place. With only 12 days to uncover a mystery buried more than 2 miles beneath the Atlantic, Ballard and his team knew time was their greatest enemy. Most previous searchers had focused on finding the Titanic itself, a nearly impossible task in the vast, dark ocean. But Ballard had a different idea. Instead of searching for the ship directly, he decided to look for the debris trail left behind by the wreck's violent breakup. This scattered field of wreckage stretched miles across the ocean floor, marking a path straight to the ship. He also took into account the strong southward currents on the night the Titanic sank, adjusting the search area to the south of the last known distress signals. Using Argo's high-resolution cameras, the team conducted a methodical grid search, covering every inch of the ocean floor with precision. Days passed with only the empty ocean floor appearing on the monitors. But then, suddenly,